biggest motivation for me to start my day is the new challenge that this place throws up every day. The challenge from the students, the challenge from the department, the challenge to meet the vision and mission of the college, which is to be one of the most sought after academic, research and practice based institute, and also to create exuberant learning professionals, maybe in the field of telecommunications or any other field. So for me, as an assistant professor with electronics and telecommunication department, I get to interact with a lot of students. I need to interact on a lot of basic problems that they face on different project levels, on a lot of dilemmas, as well as trying to orient the mindset of the students to a typical working projects towards entrepreneurial projects. So that is one of the key challenge I look forward to and try to meet it every single day. We are actually viewing teaching as just a job seeking position or as a job profile, but it is something that actually can transform the student's mindset, student's career. It can transform a nation dynamically. It can transform everything into one single thing. So that is what motivated me to stay on with this teaching. Teaching is one more thing. When I was a student, most of the subjects that I did was managing somehow at the last level. So there was no learning absolutely. When I became a teacher, the first subject that I got was a very basic subject, but then I realized that for very basic subject also I had to learn so much. So teaching is nothing but learning and relearning every single day. So this is what motivated me, and still I can say no matter I may be a good teacher, I may be a better teacher, but then there's always a scope of improvement, and that is what has kept me aground on this thing. Teaching is perhaps the only field of job profile you can say wherein you are always constantly surrounded by unexplored minds. There are so many plethora of ideas flowing around, and you always feel young, dynamic. There's a lot of positive aura around you, and this is what keeps you going. I view a topic as one different thing, but the student might view that very same topic in a very different perspective. So in a classroom environment, what we are getting is a compilation of many perspectives on a very similar idea. So on a single idea, we're getting a lot of multiple perspectives. Every engineer should try and become as an innovator, because typically the mindset of the student or typically the expectation was, as an engineer you should just come up with commercial or industry based solution, which I believe is like a product thing. Right now the demand is you go to every single nook and corner of the country. There's so many problems which cannot be addressed by typical things. So engineers are basically should turn rather into innovators. So there is a fine line between being an entrepreneur, which is a trendy thing of late, and then there is something like actually being an innovator. So if somebody can actually manage both with the perfect balance, that would be just wonderful. We at Kalseka Technical Campus are also in line with national integration schemes of the government. So one of the project I personally worked on was a cashless India economy. So we have, for example, the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, the Clean Bharat, Green Bharat. So like this, we as engineers can also contribute in a perhaps non-technical way, which can help come up with better solutions, which can provide a better life skills to somebody else. So these are the things engineers should think out of the box.